Welcome to the Golden Experience Podcast, where we don't just talk, we turn every moment to gold.
All right, welcome in, everyone.
Always fun.
Yeah, and today we're going deep into the world of Damian Tremere.
Mr. Golden Triple X, as he likes to be called.
That's right, Mr. Golden Triple X. You might know him from his podcast.
The Golden Experience Podcast, right?
Exactly. And on that podcast, he lays out this, it's a vision.
It's more than just entertainment.
It really is. He wants to create a network.
A whole
Not just shows, but like a network to solve problems, inspire people.
big goals.
Huge goals. He even wants to change, like, the way we live.
Through creativity, innovation.
Sustainability, yeah.
It's a lot.
That's a lot to take in, so we're going to try to break it down.
Yeah, is this the start of something big and new
Or is this another one of those ambitious dreams?
that crashes and burns?
Yeah, let's find out.
I think the most interesting thing is how he's not just focused on one idea.
He's got a lot going on.
Multiple startups.
A whole ecosystem, he calls it.
Yeah, these golden ventures.
And they're all in the very beginning stages.
GoFundMe, that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. There's Golden Enterprises.
Which is media-focused, I think.
Then there's
Neo-innovation.
Mio Innovation. That's the one. And that's all about manufacturing and tech, but like the future of it.
And we can't forget the veg.
Right. The veg. And now it's taking veganism to a whole other level, not just food.
Oh, lifestyle.
It's ambitious, but I don't know.
It does seem like a lot all at once.
It's like those Save the World projects we all tried to start in high school. You know?
Oh, totally.
Like, those never really...
Never got past the ideas stage.
Exactly. Is this going to be different?
Maybe. I mean, he's aiming for a much bigger budget, hopefully.
Let's break down these ventures one by one.
Okay, sounds good.
So, Golden Enterprises.
Multimedia.
Yeah, he says it'll be enlightening and inspiring entertaining.
Who wouldn't want that?
Right. But how does that make money?
Yeah, I'm not totally clear on the business model yet either.
It's very broad, like what kind of content, who's the audience?
How do you measure success with something like that?
So many questions.
We need more details.
Okay, next is neo-innovation.
Eco-friendly manufacturing and some sort of advanced tech.
Sustainable tech. Everyone loves that idea.
For sure, but what does that even mean?
Bamboo smartphones. Solar-powered 3D printers.
We need specifics.
It's hard to get excited about something so vague.
I mean, eco-friendly manufacturing is a growing field, but it's complex.
It really is. The whole supply chain has to change.
Sourcing, production, even recycling.
Exactly. And then throw in advanced tech. Like, what does that even mean?
Right. A GoFundMe campaign won't be enough for that.
Not even close.
The third one, the veg, this one feels a bit more, I don't know, real.
Veganism beyond food.
He's describing it as this indoor garden-style grocery store.
Okay, but not just groceries.
No, plant-based everything.
Clothing, electronics, what?
Like a vegan supermarket, but also an Apple store.
A bold concept. Vegan electronics.
I mean, I get the whole vegan thing.
The ethical, environmental reasons?
But is there a market for vegan electronics?
That's the big question. Is there?
He seems to think so. That people want sustainable, ethical products
In every category.
across the board. But is that market big enough?
It's a gamble.
Convincing people they need a phone that matches their diet.
That's a tough sell.
You need more than just convincing. You need people to actually invest.
Okay, so we've got these 3 golden startups, lots of potential, but
We're skeptical.
yeah, healthy skepticism, right?
Yeah.
Is it the next big thing?
Or is it hype?
It's too early to tell, but I admire his ambition.
Yeah, he wants to make a positive change.
He's trying, but as with any new business, there are risks.
Definitely. We'll have to see how these ventures develop, how he handles the challenges.
Speaking of things that are a bit more established, let's talk about his YouTube show.
Golden reaction.
Yeah, he's doing reaction videos to all the stuff that goes viral.
TikTok, YouTube, all of it.
You know, the stuff everyone's talking about.
Reaction videos are huge right now.
It's like the whole internet is just people reacting to other people.
But he claims it's not just for the views.
Right, he says it's about insight and curiosity.
Trying to understand why things go viral.
Do you think he's being genuine about that?
I mean, it's a smart way to stand out. There are so many reaction channels.
It's a crowded space.
But yeah, the psychology of viral content, it's interesting.
There's a reason some things take off like they do.
It's not always random.
If he can actually deliver on that insight and curiosity, it could be good.
Anyone can laugh at a video or yell, but this takes more effort.
He'd have to actually analyze things.
Provide context.
It'll be interesting to see if he does that.
I'm curious too.
Let's talk about his novel now.
Voyager. A time-traveling odyssey.
Yeah, I glanced at the synopsis and wow, it's wild.
Time travel, a shamanistic android, an elderly oracle. Sounds like an adventure.
So the main character is this realtor, Jack Cross. He's on vacation in Bali.
And then
He accidentally gets sent to the future
Oh.
and, has to save the world with these unlikely partners.
it's a classic Chosen One story, but with a futuristic spin.
Exactly. But there are those unique characters.
And the themes he's going for: personal growth, technology, spirituality.
It's a lot to pack into one book.
Ambitious for sure.
He's trying to weave in these big ideas about humanity, technology, meeting in a world that's changing so fast.
It's a lot to take on, especially with everything else he's doing.
He's got the 3 startups, the Reaction Channel, now this novel.
He's not afraid to dream big.
And speaking of dreams, here's where things get even more interesting.
He's looking for backers.
Investors, yeah.
Yeah.
He wants to make all of this a reality.
He's got that entrepreneurial spirit.
He's not just creating content, he's trying to build a community.
A community that supports his vision.
He's very upfront about needing that support.
He's basically saying, if you believe in this golden future, put your money where your mouth is.
That's a good way to put it. He's very transparent.
About his goals, the resources he needs.
But it also raises the question of risk for investors.
Absolutely. These are brand new ventures.
Of no guarantees.
Investing in any startup is a gamble.
These golden ventures, they're no different.
People need to think carefully, weigh the risks and the rewards.
So what do you think? Ready to invest in the golden future?
There's a lot to consider.
Or are you going to wait and see what happens?
You have this passionate entrepreneur with a big vision, but also the uncertainty of any new venture.
It comes down to how much risk you're comfortable with.
And how much you believe in Tremere himself. Can he actually do this?
All right, well, that brings us to the end of part 1 of this deep dive.
Into the world of Damien Tremere.
We've covered a lot, but there's still more to explore.
We'll be back for part 2, so stay tuned.
Drifting through the night, the golden experience takes flight. Voices of wonder paint the skies, shimmering stories that mesmerize. A symphony of thoughts in every way. The golden experience here to stay. Oh, dive into the dream, where voices blend and gleam. Golden is the stream, such a vibrant, vivid scene. Whispers on the wind, they call your name. Golden moments sparking endless fame. Echoes of laughter drifting through the night. The golden experience.
Before we move on, there's
takes
something
flight.
about Tremere's approach, something really interesting.
What's that?
It's bigger than just these projects.
Okay.
What we're seeing is it's like a prime example of how people are using these platforms.
Like podcasts, YouTube,
Exactly, to build their own brand
their own personal brand.
and then launch these whole ventures, businesses based on that.
It's like the whole entrepreneurial game has changed, hasn't it?
You don't need a fancy office, a bunch of investors.
Just get your ideas out there.
The barriers to entry, they're so much lower now.
That's exciting. It opens things up for so many people.
People who didn't have this kind of access before. It's that democratization of entrepreneurship, right?
Exactly. But it's not without its challenges.
It's a lot more competitive now.
So many voices. You have to stand out.
You get people's attention.
Which brings us back to Tremere's strategy.
He's not just making content.
No, he's building an ecosystem.
A world around this golden brand.
That's what makes this so interesting. He's not just selling something.
It's a movement almost.
And that movement, it's fueled by this idea of a better future.
Brighter, more sustainable.
Which, let's be honest, a lot of people want that.
They're craving that.
There's this growing awareness of climate change, social responsibility.
People want to make a difference. Align their actions with their values.
And Tremere's tapping into that.
Giving them a chance to be part of something bigger.
Whether or not these specific ventures succeed,
This whole idea of purpose-driven entrepreneurship, it's here to stay.
it's a sign of the times.
People want their work to have meaning.
To contribute to something positive.
It's powerful stuff. It'll be interesting to see how he navigates all of this.
Can he turn this vision into a real impact? We talked about his reaction show.
The golden
He
reaction.
wants to understand why things go viral, not just react to them.
That's important, and it connects to some interesting research.
Oh.
On the psychology of viral content, have you heard of the STEP PPS framework?
Can't say that I have. Tell me more.
It stands for, well, it's an acronym.
Sure.
Social currency, triggers, emotion, public, practical value, and stories.
That's a mouthful.
It's a lot, but these are the key factors that make something go viral.
So how does it work? Break it down for me.
Okay, so social currency means we share things that make us look good or like we're in the know.
Right, like I saw this first kind of thing.
Exactly. Then triggers are things that remind us of the content.
Making us more likely to share it again.
Emotion is pretty obvious. Things that make us feel something strongly, those spread.
Makes sense. What about the rest?
Public refers to like how visible something is. If we see others sharing it, we're more likely to as well.
Oh, like that bandwagon effect.
Then there's practical value, sharing useful information.
Tips, tricks, that kind of thing.
And finally, stories. Because stories are just more engaging than facts.
Easier to remember, too.
So, is Tremere using all of this on purpose? Hard to say.
Without analyzing his videos closely.
But I think he's at least tapping into some of these principles.
Makes sense. If he wants to stand out, understand why things go viral.
He has to know this stuff.
It goes beyond just making content, right?
This psychology of virality, you can use it for marketing.
Branding.
Even social movements.
Now that's interesting. So connect this back to trim your startups.
Could he be using this to promote them?
It's possible.
And if he's good at it, we might not even realize it's marketing. It'd be subtle. Weaving his vision into the content so it resonates with people.
And then they naturally become interested in his projects.
It's a new kind of storytelling.
Where the story is the brand itself.
The message is built into the content, if he can master that.
It could be huge for his golden ventures.
Okay, so we've talked about the startups, the reaction show, the novel.
Purpose-driven entrepreneurship, the psychology of viral content. What else is there?
The question of impact. What does success even look like for him?
Is it money? Building a community?
Or is it something more like a lasting change on the world?
Those are good questions and not easy to answer.
It's tempting to just look at revenue, profit.
The traditional metrics?
But when you're dealing with something tied to values, to social impact, it's more complicated.
How do you measure the impact of a movement?
Exactly, a shift in how people think.
We need new tools, new ways of thinking about this.
Maybe that's part of Tremere's challenge.
Not just to create something new.
But to redefine what success means while he's doing it.
He's setting a high bar for himself.
Is he going to clear it?
That's the big question.
I don't think there's an easy answer, but his story, it's a microcosm of what's happening.
In the world right now.
These lines between media, business, social impact, they're blurring.
It's exciting, but also complex.
We'll continue exploring this in part 3.
Drifting through the night, the golden experience takes flight. Voices of wonder paint the skies, shimmering stories that mesmerize. A symphony of thoughts in every way. The golden experience here to stay. Oh, dive into the dream, where voices blend and gleam. Golden is the stream, such a vibrant, vivid scene. Whispers on the wind, they call your name. Golden moments sparking endless fame. Echoes of laughter drifting through the night. The golden experience.
All right, welcome back to our
takes
deep dive
flight.
into the world of Damien Tremere, Mr. Golden XXX.
We've covered a lot of ground, his startups, the YouTube show, his novel.
We've talked about purpose-driven entrepreneurship.
The psychology of viral content, it's been a wild ride.
Tremere is trying to push boundaries, challenge how we think about what's possible.
Especially in the digital age, he's got this vision.
This golden future.
Innovation, creativity, sustainability, it's all there.
But the big question remains, can he actually pull it off?
Is this something truly groundbreaking, or just another dream that fades away?
No easy answers, but I think there are some key takeaways here.
Things we can all apply to our own lives.
Whether we're entrepreneurs, investors, or just interested in all of this.
So what are those takeaways?
Lay it on me.
First, the importance of a clear vision. Tremere knows what he wants.
Love him or hate him, he's got a plan.
He's not just throwing things out there randomly.
He's got a roadmap, even if it's a little unusual.
He's built a whole mythology around this golden brand.
It's like a philosophy, a way of life.
That sense of purpose, it drives him and it draws others to him.
It's not just about money. It's about creating something with meaning.
But vision isn't enough. You need the skills to make it happen.
And that brings us to the second takeaway, using digital platforms effectively.
Tremere is a master of this. Podcasts, YouTube, social media.
He's constantly building his brand, engaging with his audience.
Driving action. He's doing all of this without the traditional gatekeepers.
No big media companies, no venture capitalists.
He's going directly to the people.
Which is empowering, but also challenging.
Anyone can reach a global audience now.
But that means you're competing with everyone else doing the same thing.
Standing out is crucial, and that's where our third takeaway comes in.
Creating content that people actually want to see.
Content that's compelling, engaging.
And that's where the psychology of viral content comes in.
Knowing how to grab people's attention, make them feel something.
Make them want to share it with others.
Tremere's focus on insight and curiosity in his reaction videos, that could be key.
He's trying to go beyond just entertainment.
Offer something that makes you think.
That could be what sets him apart.
It's not about being the loudest, it's about offering real value to your audience.
So what does all of this mean for our listener? What's the big picture?
We're living in a time of incredible opportunity, but also disruption.
The old ways of doing things, they don't work anymore.
We have the tools to build our own platforms, share our own stories.
Create our own futures.
It can be exciting, but also a little scary.
It's a lot to process.
Tremere's story shows us that you don't need all the answers right away.
It's about being brave, dreaming big, taking risks.
Experimenting, learning as you go.
Well said. And that brings us to the end of our deep dive into the world of Damien Tremere.
It's been a journey full of ambition, innovation.
And yes, a healthy dose of skepticism.
But whether he succeeds or fails,
Tremere's story is a reminder that the boundaries are constantly being pushed.
we can all learn from that. What's possible is changing every day.
So as we wrap up, here's a question for our listeners to think about.
If you had the chance to create your own golden venture, what would it be?
What problem would you solve? What impact would you have on the world?
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
We'll see you next time.
Welcome to the Golden Experience Podcast, where we don't just talk, we turn every moment to gold.
The bar is slowly shine bright like a sun-filled day, where voices are bold and ideas pave the way. This is the Golden Experience Podcast, a journey of truth where you hear real talk that kicks ass. Here, every word matters. We bring you unique insights, compelling content crafted with authenticity and vision. We are here for the story, the journey, the Golden Experience that makes us feel, learn, and connect. From wonder and wisdom to the thrill of surprise, we're searching for answers beyond the skies. With every reaction, every spark, every glance, we're lighting up the world, giving dreams a chance. This is the Golden Experience, where stories unfold, turning conversations into treasures untold. Come along, we're reaching high, no limit to explore. The Golden Experience awaits, step through the door.
Welcome to the journey where the gold awaits. Join us on the Golden Experience. It's time to elevate.
From the wonder and wisdom to the thrill of surprise, we're searching for answers beyond the skies. With every reaction, every spark, every glance, we're lighting up the world, giving dreams a chance. From wonder and wisdom to the thrill of surprise, we're bringing you unique insights, compelling, go learn and connect. From wonder and wisdom to the thrill of surprise, we're searching for answers beyond the skies. With every wrinkle, each and hide, every glance, we're lighting up the world. The Golden Experience awaits, step through the door. This is the Golden Experience, where stories unfold, turning conversations into treasures stories unfold, turning conversations into treasures untold. Come along, we're reaching high, no limit to explore. The golden experience awaits, step through the door. Welcome to the journey, where the gold awaits. Join us on the golden experience. It's time to elevate.
And what's in it for you? Value that lasts of thought-provoking discussions and actionable insights. We make every conversation worth your time. Here we're building a space for our listeners, a community of conversation and connection that goes beyond the episode. Engage with us, send your feedback, and be part of this golden journey.
So step inside and make every moment count.
Welcome to the Golden Experience Podcast, where every conversation turns to gold.